Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to Oblivion. Let's play. And we are definitely playing. Finally, we progressed on our freaking vampire, I wanted to say zombie quest, vampire quest. Let me just check what are all the things that I need to find. Hold on, I need to get to the end. Blood of Argonian, sure. The soul gems to Melisandre, now I must collect a series of ingredients. 6 clovers of garlic, 5 nightshades, and 2 shoots of bloodgrass. Okay. So right now we are going for bloodgrass. Since there's Oblivion Gate over here. And we have a limit of 1 Oblivion Gate per episode anyway. So might as well. I wanted to say that's bloodgrass, but it wasn't. Let me just check if there's anyone else around here. No, that's just wolf. Just so they don't attack my horse while we are in the gate. Well, in Oblivion, I mean. Quick save. Cool, let's enter. So, here we freaking are. Okay. Bloodgrass. Freaking bloodgrass. I need one more. Okay. That should be enough. Hold on, inventory. I mean, it said 2, but just in case I'm gonna collect a couple more. Just to be extra safe. Oh. And oh no, she still cannot stun me because I'm still a vampire. That's another Oblivion Gate. Okay, I never... Well, no. I will not go. Because last time I tried going through another Oblivion Gate and not the one I came from. Game freaking bugged out. No. I'm not making that mistake again. Okay. There's Spider Lady and then there's 2... big guys. Well, one Xyli and one another guy. Okay. Xyli, no, can I? Yes, okay, I wanted to aggro them separately. That's good. Come on. Give me some block. No, don't get Xyli here. Xyli, stay away. The other dude can come, but Xyli, stay away. Okay. Come on, bro. You're annoying me. Well, now you die. You could have been less annoying and then maybe do something. But now you just died. Also, I need to remember that we are now master with destruction magic, meaning we can cast all kinds of destruction magics. Well, that's the way I have to go, apparently, obviously. I want to see what's over here. Okay, well, let's use the pad. Let's go for the second Xyli. Boink! Hello, Xyli. Oh. More bloodgrass? Yes, please. Okay. Nobody will be able to tell me that we are missing bloodgrass, that's for sure. Oh, crocodile. Creature. And Atronak. Storm Atronak. Oh, another crocodile creature. That's fine. Punch me. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I don't have enough stamina anymore. That's fine. Do I really want to go inside here? I really don't. Nah, I don't. I just run through this place relatively quickly. I think that will be for the best. Okay, Valkinas, can you please move away from those fire traps? Whoa. My health is getting kinda low-ish. Okay, come on. Actually, no. I will just go all out. I think it's better to go all out. Good offense is the best defense. Yeah, you see that? Okay, now just normal attacks against this guy. And he's dead. You see? You see that? That's how professionals do it. No. Professionals run out of mana. Cool. Is that a spider? Yeah, that's a spider. Wait. Where did you go? Lady, I hate you. I hate you a bit less now that I'm vampire, but soon I'm gonna hate you again. Blades increased to 96. Very, very good. Quick save. Because why not? And we go inside. Can I aggro just the spider lady? I like, if nothing else, she's fast. I mean, right now I like it. Usually I don't like that. Okay, where's the... Oh, there's another one. There should also be a storm guy, right? No. Apparently not. Let's go onwards then. Towards closing this gate. So we need garlic and nightshade. I know I like read it a couple of minutes ago, but I already forgot it. Okay. Guys, you summoned a Xyli. That's not cool. Okay. Okay, can you stay here? Please? Get here. Oh. That actually worked in my favor. Very cool. Very, very cool. Let's continue. Okay. The only thing is, like, all of the Oblivion towers and gates are pretty much the same. Sure, like, I mean, different layout, but generally the same thing. So if you've seen one, you've seen all of them, basically. That's what I'm getting at. There's no point in exploring, that's what I meant. Okay, they're sapping my magicka. Restoration increased. Nice. Oh, I can also sleep. Very good. Very, very good. Gotta get my 8 hours of sleep. Come on. Dead. Cyrodiil. Yes. Last room. Okay, it took us like 8.5 minutes to get in here. In the last arena, let's call it like that. Last room. Now let's just wait for them to come down. I really don't want to fight all of them at the same time, even though it's probably no issue. I mean, it's not gonna be an issue. Oh, but they're coming. That's good. Unless it's a summon that's coming. Nope, it's an actual guy. Okay. Mr. Actual Guy. What? He disappeared for a moment. No, you are stuck in the floor. Oh, he's dead. In the floor. Fine. Last dude. Valkynias. Actually, let me take that. Come on. Drop dead, please. And he dropped dead. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not even looting them. That's one thing I really, really hate about this game. It's the... not the scaling difficulty. It's the fact that it scales I don't know, super fast. Like, I got the best armor and everything. Like, a couple of hours into playing the game. The game was like actually difficult at the start, and you had to think about some tactics and kiting and all of that. Now I'm just running through them. Sure, one could say just up the difficulty. You know it's not the same, especially not in this game. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm not losing health underwater. I'm trying to reach Drakelove. Please let me do it in time. Please let me do it in potions, potions, potions. Potion. Restore health on self. Crap. I think we should be fine. Also, we run faster without weapon. Good, good, good. I think we're fine. We are fine. We are fine. I will go back for my horse. Thank God. I'm safe. Phew. Thank freaking God. Also, does she maybe have some nightshade and stuff like that? Brief history of the Empire we read. Cupboard. Is there a basement? No. No basement. There is a basement. Wait, what? Oh, it's under behind this thing. Oh my God, look at how hidden it is. Jesus. Is she gonna be mad? Mrs. Vampire. Damn. Please have some nightshade. I feel like that's gonna be the hardest one to get. And you can notice that none of this is stealing. By the way, look at all the potions. Potions of grounding, installation, disbelief, anti-venom, paralysis, cure disease, frailty, reflection. Yeah, cure paralysis. Let's take a couple. You never know. I mean, I'll take it. There's something alive. Are those cockroaches? I think those are cockroaches. She's... Whoa! Oops. I did not mean to do that. I can tell you that much. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Okay, this place is well hidden. Please don't get mad. 8 AM, we are waiting for like 11 hours. That's 7:53 AM. PM. Should be fine. I made it thanks to healing potions. Not sure if I would have made it without them.
Is everything all right?
Oh. I just figured something. She had a Grand Soul Gem. What? Oh, it's not. It's nothing, bro. She had a Grand Soul Gem. I could have taken it and then possibly given it to her. Oh, also, I know it's already like 8 PM. Let me sleep. Let me sleep and get my level up. Yeah, I will use your bed. Sorry.
All right.
Never mind. Never freaking mind. And we definitely don't want to kill her. Okay. So we got our bloodgrass. We have to kill an Argonian. with a special knife, if I'm not mistaken. Enchanted, was that one? Yeah, bleed on strike, that's the one we need. We don't have to kill an Argonian, we just have to punch him. It. Okay. Well, stab it, I mean. Slash it. Okay, I also need garlic and nightshade. 5 nightshade, 6 garlic. I know I just checked recently, but I need to check again. Sorry. 6 garlic, 5 nightshade. Okay. So we are going back to the city. At my marker, that's where we are going. I will keep my eyes open for nightshade. Possibly. Don't know what else to say. Okay, nightshade and garlic. No, that's not nightshade. Let me just check. No, monk's wood. Those are not nightshade either. I mean, I know how nightshade looks, but I wanted to be sure. A wolf. Well, let's kill it. Otherwise, it's gonna follow me anyway. Okay, I have a feeling I'm just gonna steal nightshade from, and both, well, garlic probably can just take it or steal it from the town. Same with nightshade. And once we get those, I'll need to find an Argonian and slash it. Probably not in the city. That would probably be bad. It would be nice if one of the dungeons would have like Argonians inside. Just saying. You know. Okay. Now that I'm in the town, I can kind of wait for daylight as well and just go from house to house. And steal things during the day. Lodge. Okay, Lodge is gonna have some... Wait, can I speak to the innkeeper?
Have you been well recently?
Wait,
Your
Borba?
skin
Get back,
No,
you
no, no.
filthy beast. I'll have nothing to do with the likes of you.
Yeah.
Are you not
I'm sorry, I meant
feeling
you.
You won't get any of my blood. Get away from me.
Never mind then. Okay. Please, can everybody leave so I can steal? No, there's nothing. Okay. I'm gonna check all the rooms. Even though there's probably nothing here. I need to find like a basement or something. Well, one of the houses...
You should really get to a healer. You look rather pale.
One of the houses that I own probably is gonna have some garlic. And Mage's Guild will probably have Nightshade. Well, most likely. Come on. Come on. There we go. Well, absolutely nothing. Sorry, bro.
You should really get to a healer.
I need to get out. Healers cannot help me. They would probably burn me at the stake. What's this? Okay, another inn. That's a bigger one. This one will probably, possibly, I mean.
Are you not feeling well? Is everything all right?
No.
You look a bit ill.
I mean, I'll take this. Since nobody's looking. I'll take them. Okay. Nobody's around. Nobody's around. Nobody's the wiser. They just heard the door. Auto saving. Okay. I mean, it's night time, so I really shouldn't hang around a lot. Garlic, please have garlic. No, there's no garlic, there's only fruits and vegetables and such. Guides to all the cities. Empty jewelry box, no. There's none what I need. Damn. Honestly, I thought Inn would have it. Nothing here. This is just the room that I can rent, I think. So probably not gonna have any of that. I mean, this inn really is nice. I'll give them that. On Morrowind, Beggar Prince, Eastern Frontier, Less Rude. Let me just see if I read this one. Yeah, Human Settlement of Tamriel. Also, don't I have some books? Let me just check. I'm not gonna read any right now, but... Alright, Real Barenzaya, volumes 4 and 5. Well, we'll get to it at some point. Might even do it. I'm not sure about this episode. I'm still on the verge of being like between sick and well, healthy, obviously. Duh. Okay. I need the guilds. Fighters Guild. No, let's go into Mages Guild first. Mages Guild might have Nightshade. And Fighters Guild has that stupid porter guy.
Hello, associate.
Hello. No, I cannot steal from her. I cannot steal from her because I will be kicked out. Speaking of, let's just quick save. Ball. I'll always take the gold.
Are you not?
Let's go to the basement. No, I'm not feeling well, bro. Galerion. Manual, Less Rude Song. Guides. Spellcraft. Okay. Freaking finding garlic is harder than I expected. Honestly, I was positive there would be Nightshade here. Like, this is freaking Mages Guild. Okay, I guess not. Okay, you know what? If nothing else, fighters are definitely gonna have garlic. Yeah. Fighters Guild garlic kinda goes together. I don't know why it goes together, but it feels like it goes together. Like garlic is something they would eat. Mystery of Talara, volume 5. I don't think I've read that. I'll take it. The seed. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm gonna read this one actually. Not sure if I read it before. The hamlet village of Lorik was a quiet, peaceful member community nestled in the monochrome grey and tan dunes and boulders of the Justi. No vegetation of any kind grew in Lorik, though there were blackened vestiges of long-dead trees scattered throughout the town. Candida, arriving by caravan, looked at her new home with despair. She was used to the forest land of the north where her father's family had hailed. Here there was no shade, little water and a great open sky. It looked like a dead land. Her mother's family took Candida and her younger brother Nevit in, and was very kind to the orphans, but she felt lonely in the alien village. It was not until she met an old Argonian woman who worked at the water factory that Candida found a friend. Her name was Sigrid, and she said that her family had lived in Lorik centuries before the Dwemer arrived, and it was a great and beauteous forest. Why did the trees die? Asked Candida. When there were Argonians only in this land, we never cut trees, for we had no need for fuel or wooden structures such as you use. When the Dwemer came, we allowed them to use the plants as they needed them, provided they never touched the Hist, which are sacred to us and to the land. For many years we lived peaceably. No one wanted for anything. What happened? Some of your scientists discovered that distilling a certain tree sap, molding it and drying it, they could create a resilient kind of armor called resin, said Sigrid. Most of the trees that grew here had very thin ichor in their branches, but not the Hist. Many of them fairly glistened with sap, which made the Dwemer merchants greedy. They hired a woodsman named Yunin to start cleaning the sacred arbors for profit. The old Argonian woman looked to the dusty ground and sighed. Of course, we Argonians cried out against it. It was our home, and the Hist, once gone, would never return. The merchants reconsidered, but Yuhin took it in his own to break our spirit. He proved one terrible bloody day that his prodigious skill with the axe could be used against people as well as trees. Any Argonian who stood in his way was hewn asunder, children as well. The Dwemer people of Lorik closed their doors and their ears to the cries of murder. Horrible, gasped Candida. It is difficult to explain, said Sigrid, but the deaths of our living ones was not nearly as horrible to us as death of our trees. You must understand that my people, the Hist, are where we come from and where we are going. To destroy our bodies is nothing. To destroy our trees is to annihilate us utterly. When Yunin then turned his axe on the Hist, he killed the land. The water disappeared, the animals died, and all the other life that the trees nourished crumbled and dried to dust. But we are still here, asked Candida. Why don't you leave? For us, we are trapped. I am one of the last of a dying people. Few of us are strong enough to live away from our ancestral groves, and sometimes, even now, there is a perfume in the air of Lorik that gives us a life. It will not be long until we are all gone. Candida felt tears welling up in her eyes. Then I will be alone in this horrible place with no trees and no friends. We Argonians have an expression, said Sigrid with a sad smile, taking Candida's hand, that the best soil for a seed is found in your heart. Candida looked in the palm of her hand and saw that Sigrid had given her a small black pellet. It was a seed. It looks dead. It can only grow in one place in all Lorik, said the old Argonian. Outside an old cottage in the hills outside town. I cannot go there, for the owner would kill me on sight, and like all my people, I am too frail to defend myself now. But you can go there and plant the seed. What will happen? Asked Candida. Will the Hist return? No, but some part of their power will. That night, Candida stole from her house and into the hills. She knew the cottage Sigrid had spoken of. Her aunt and uncle had told her never to go there. As she approached it, the door opened and an old but powerful built man appeared, mighty axe slung over his shoulder. What are you doing here, child? He demanded. In the dark, I almost took you to be a lizard man. I've lost my way in the dark, she said quickly. I'm trying to get back to my home in Lorik. Be on your way then. Do you have a candle I might have? She asked piteously. I have been walking in circles and I'm afraid I'll only return back here without any light. The old man grumbled and walked into his house. Quickly, Candida dug a hole in the dry dirt and buried the seed as deeply as she could. He returned with a lit candle. See to it you don't come back here, he growled, or I'll chop you in half. He returned to his house and fire. The next morning when he awoke and opened the door, he found that his cottage was entirely sealed within an enormous tree. He picked up his axe and delivered blow and after blow to the wood, but he could never break through. He tried side chops, but the wood healed itself. He tried upper chop, followed by an under chop to forge a wedge, but the wood healed. Much time went before someone discovered old Yunin's emaciated body lying in front of his open door, still holding his blunt, broken axe. It was a mystery to all what he had been chopping with it, but the legend began circulating through Lorik that his sap was found on the blade. Shortly thereafter, small desert flowers began pushing through the dry dirt in the town. Trees and plants newly sown began to live tolerably well, but not luxuriantly. The heat did not return, but Candida and the people of Lorik noticed at a certain time around twilight, long white shadows of great bygone trees would fill the streets and hills. Publisher's note: the seed is one of Marbar Soul's tales whose origins are well known. This tale originated from the Argonian slaves of southern Morrowind. Marbar Soul merely replaced the Dunmer with Dwemer, and claimed he found it in a Dwemer ruin. Furthermore, he later claimed that the Argonian version of the tale was merely a retelling of his original. Lorik, while clearly not a Dwemer name, simply does not exist, and in fact Lorik was a name commonly used incorrectly for Dunmer men in Gorfelim's place. The Argonian version of the story usually takes place on Vardenfell, usually in the Telvanni city of Sadrit Mora. Of course, the so-called scholars of Temple Zero will probably claim this story has something to do with Lorcan simply because the town starts with the letter L. Okay. Actually, nice book. Not too long. Not too short. Okay, for crying out loud, can I get a freaking nightshade? No? Well then, goodbye, I say to you. I say unto you, goodbye. Okay, so Fighters Guild garlic. Almost definitely, right? Right? Come on. Come on. Porter, please go to bed. Oh no, I'm not stealing actually here. This is where I belong. You see? Already potatoes. That's a good sign. Good sign. God, you're annoying, bro. Don't you ever sleep? Okay, I need me some garlic. No garlic. Let's go down to the basement. Fine. I already know there won't be any... a lot of repairs hammers. That's good. Considering I don't have access to freaking repair people. I mean, I'll take all the repair hammers I can get. No. How can you not have garlic? Like, what? Who the hell has weapons and no garlic? This is proving more difficult than I expected, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that was a bear pelt. Sure. Don't care about those. Any other books? Nope. On Oblivion? Nope. Life of Uriel Septim the 7th. Not sure if I read this one. Let's do this one as well. 3 Era 368 to 389. Strategist and Conciliator. The early decades of Emperor Uriel's life were marked by aggressive expansion and consolidation of imperial influence throughout the Empire, but especially in the east, in Morrowind and Black Marsh, where the Empire's power was limited. Imperial culture was weak and native customs and traditions were strong and staunchly opposed to assimilation. During this period, Uriel greatly benefited from the arcane support and shrewd counsel of his close advisor, the Imperial battle mage Jagar Tarn. The story of Uriel's marriage to the Princess Kola Voria is a less happy tale. Though she was a beautiful and charming woman and greatly loved and admired by the people, the Empress was a deeply unpleasant, arrogant, ambitious, grasping woman. She snared Uriel Septim with her feminine wiles, but Uriel Septim thereafter soon regretted his mistake and was repelled by her. They heartily detested one another and went out of their ways to hurt one another. Their children were the victims of this unhappy marriage. While his agile mind and wanting ambition wit, Uriel soon outstripped his master in the balanced skills of threat and diplomacy. Uriel's success in co-opting House Hlalu as an advance guard of imperial culture and economic development in Morrowind is a noteworthy example. However, Uriel also grew in pride and self-assurance. Jakartan fed Uriel's pride, and hiding behind the mask of an outpaced former master counselor, Tarn purchased the complete trust that led finally to Uriel's betrayal and imprisonment in Oblivion and Tarn's secret usurpation of the imperial throne. 3 Era 389 to 399. Betrayed and imprisoned. Little is known of Uriel's experience while trapped in Oblivion. He says he remembers nothing but an endless sequence of waking and sleeping nightmares. He says he believed himself to be dreaming and had no notion of passage of time. Publicly, he long claimed to have no memory of the dreams and nightmares of his imprisonment, but from time to time, during the interviews with the Emperor that formed the basis of this biography, he would relate details of nightmares he had and would describe them as similar to the nightmares he had when he was imprisoned in Oblivion. He seemed not so much unwilling as incapable of describing the experience. But it is clear that the experience changed him. In 3 Era 389, he was a young man, full of pride, energy and ambition. During the restoration and after his rescue and return to the throne, he was an old man, grave, patient and cautious. He also became conservative and pessimistic, where the policies of his early life were marked bold, even rash. Uriel accounts for this change as a reaction to and revulsion of the early teaching of the Council of Jagar-Tarn. However, Uriel's exile in Oblivion also clearly drained and wasted him in body and spirit, though his mind retained the shrewd cunning and flexibility of his youth. The story of Tarn's magical impersonation of the Emperor, the unmasking of Tarn's imposture by Queen Barenzaya, and the roles played by King Edawir, Ria Silmain, and her champion in assembling the Staff of Chaos, defeating the renegade imperial battlemate Jagatar Tarn, and restoring Uriel to the throne, is treated at length in Stern Gamboge's excellent 3-volume biography of Barenzaya. There is no reason to recount that narrative here. Summarized briefly, Jagatar Tarn's neglect and mismanagement of imperial affairs resulted in a steady decline in the Empire's economic prosperity, allowed many petty lords and kings to challenge the authority of the Emperor, and permitted strong local rulers in the east and west to indulge in open warfare over lands and sovereign rights. 3 Era 399 to 415. Restoration, the Miracle of Peace, and Vardenfell. During the Restoration, Uriel Septim turned from an aggressive campaign of military intimidation and diplomatic accommodation of his earlier years, and relied instead on clandestine manipulation and of affairs behind the scenes, primarily through the agencies of the various branches of the Blades. A complete assessment of the methods and objectives of this period must wait until after the Emperor's death, when the voluminous diaries archived at his country estate may be open to the public, and when the Blades no longer need to maintain secrecy to protect the identities of its agents. Two signal achievements of this period point to the efficacy of Uriel's subtle policies. The Miracle of Peace, also popularly known as the Warp in the West, that transformed the Ilak Bay region from an unruly assortment of warring petty kingdoms into a well-ordered and peaceful modern countries of Hammerfell, Sentinel, Veyrest and Orsinium, and the colonization of Vardenfell, presided over by the skillful machinations of King Helset of Morrowind and Lady Barenzaya, the Queen Mother, which brought Morrowind more closely into the sphere of imperial influence. 3 Era 415 to 430. The Golden Peace, King Helset's court, and the Nine in the East. Following the Miracle of Peace, best described as Pervetseren's Daggerfall, a modern history, the Emperor entered a period of peace and prosperity comparable to the early years of Uriel's reign. With the Imperial Heartland and West solidly integrated into the Empire, Uriel was able to turn his full attention to the East, to Morrowind. Exploiting conflicts at the heart of the Morrowind's monolithic tribunal religion and the long-established Great House system of government, and taking advantage of the terrible threat that the corrupted divine beings at the heart of the tribunal religion presented to the growing colonies on Vardenfell, Uriel worked through shadowy agents of the Blades and through the court of King Helset in Monhold to shift the center of political power in Morrowind from the Great House councils to Helset's court, and took advantage of the collapse of the Orthodox tribunal cults to establish the 9 divines as the dominant faiths in Hlalu and Vardenfell districts. Hasfat Anabolis' treatment of the establishment of the 9 in the East and in the 4-volume Lies and Times of the Nerevarin is comprehensive. However, he fails to resolve the central mystery of the period. How much did Uriel know about the prophecies of the Nerevarin, and how did he learn of their significance? The definitive resolution of these and other mysteries must await the future release of the Emperor's private papers, or a relenting of the Blade's strict policies of secrecy concerning their agents. Let me just see, 4:30. What time is it now? 4:33? Okay. Good to know. And there's absolutely nothing here. Well, great. I think I'm gonna have to enter some of the houses. Sneakily, I should say. Well, let's try it. Everyone is pretty much sleeping nowadays, so that's good. Sorry. Oh wait, that's the painter guy. The Brothers of Darkness. Oh no, Dark Brotherhood. What? There is a secret to... I don't think I have read this one. Well, you know what, this is a reading episode, I guess. As the name suggests, the Dark Brotherhood has a history shrouded in obfuscation. Their ways are secret to those who are not themselves brothers of the Order. Brother is a generic term. Some of the deadliest assassins are female, but they are often called brothers as well. How they continue to exist in shadow, but be easily found by those desperate enough to pay for their services, is not the least of the mysteries surrounding them. The Dark Brotherhood sprang from a religious order, the Moraktong, during the Second Era. The Moraktong were worshippers of the Daedra spirit Mephala, who encouraged them to commit ritual murders. In their early years, they were as disorganized as only obscure cultists could be. There was no one to lead the band, and as a group, they dared not murder anybody of any importance. This changed with the rise of the Night Mother. All leaders of the Moraktong, and then afterwards the Dark Brotherhood, have been called the Night Mother. Whether the same woman, if it's even a woman, has commanded the Dark Brotherhood since the Second Era is unknown. What is believed is that the original Night Mother developed an important doctrine of the Moraktong, the belief that the Mephala does grow stronger with every murder committed in her name. Certain murders were better than others. Murders that came from hate pleased Mephala more than murders committed because of greed. Murders of great men and women pleased Mephala more than murders of relative unknowns. We can approximate the time of this belief was adopted with the first known murder committed by the Moraktong. In the year 324 of the Second Era, the potentate Versidu Shey was murdered in his palace in what is today the Elsewhere Kingdom of Senchal. In a brash move, the Night Mother announced the identity of the murderers by painting Moraktong on the walls in the potentate's own blood. Previous to that, the Moraktong existed in relative peace, more or less like witches' coven, occasionally persecuted, but usually ignored, in remarkable synchronicity at a time when Tamriel the Arena was a fractured land. What? The Moraktong was outlawed throughout the continent. Every sovereign gave the cult's elimination his highest priority. Nothing more was officially heard of them for 100 years. It is more difficult to date the era when the Moraktong re-emerged as the Dark Brotherhood, especially as the other guilds of assassins have sporadically appeared throughout the history of Tamriel. The first mention of Dark Brotherhood that I have found is from the journals of the Blood Queen Arlimachera of Hegate. She spoke of slaying her enemies by her own hand, or if necessary with the help of the Night Mother and her Dark Brotherhood, the secret arsenal my family has employed since my grandfather's time. Alimacheras wrote that in Second Era 412, so one can surmise that the Dark Brotherhood had been in existence since at least 360 if her grandfather had truly made use of them. The important distinction between the Dark Brotherhood and the Morag Tong was that the Brotherhood was a business as much as it was a cult. Rulers and wealthy merchants used the order as an assassin's guild. The Brotherhood gained the obvious rewards of a profitable enterprise as well as the secondary benefit that rulers could no longer actively persecute them. They were needed. They were purveyors of an essential commodity. Even an extremely virtuous leader would be unwise to mistreat the Brotherhood. Not long after Alimahera's journal entry came perhaps the most famous series of executions in the history of Dark Brotherhood. The Colovian Emperor Potentate Savirian Chorak and every one of his heirs were murdered in one bloody night in Sun's Dawn in 430. Within a fortnight, the Colovian dynasty crumbled to the delight of its enemies. For over 400 years, until the advent of the warrior Emperor Tiber Septim, chaos reigned over Tamriel. Though no comparably impressive executions have been recorded, the Brotherhood must have grown fat with his gold during that interregnum. Okay. Yeah, this is the painter's house. Do they have a basement? I don't think they have a basement. Oh, they're sleeping. Beef, mutton, potato. Begonian account. Oh. Let me check this kind of kitchen. No garlic. Seriously. Why is nobody here eating garlic? Oh, they cannot hear me at all. Oh, they do have basement. Okay. Good. Let's go into the basement. It should be fine, right? Kinda eerie. Okay, cheap wine. Real Brothers wine. Meat or menace? Okay, again, only 4 pages. They have a lot of Dark Brotherhood books, eh? Many investigators have attempted to solve the riddle of the Thieves Guild. Despite repeated proofs that no viable Thieves Guild exists, the rumors persist. Whenever historians search for evidence of this shadowy organization, nothing is found. Witnesses know nothing, safe houses are empty, fences turn out to be simple businessmen. Let me clarify by stating that thieves most certainly do exist. They rot in dungeons all across Tamriel. Certainly bands of thieves work together to commit crimes. On rare occasions, there have even been documented cases where persistent bands of thieves have worked together for years at a time, committing thefts and other crimes. I think I read this, but it's only 4 pages. However, a guild is different than a band. A guild implies an organization with membership roles. It would have a financial structure, which would include member dues or some other means of securing funds. It would have rules of conduct or behavior. It would have a hierarchical leadership structure. Within this structure, there would be methods of advancement and succession. The best documented case of a thieves' guild was found in Morrowind. For a brief time, gentleman Jim Stacy ran a ring of thieves that robbed wealthy merchants and nobles all across that nation. During the recent Nevarine incident, the Fighters Guild and the shadowy Morag Tong eliminated this band of thugs. The final fate of Jim Stacy himself is not known. The Morrowind Thieves Guild did have a financial structure and leadership structure. It satisfied many of the conditions of a true guild. However, it was short-lived. Public knowledge of Stacy's group lasted for only a few years at most. Although the Fighters Guild had claimed credit for wiping them out, some historians believe the group merely went deeper undercover. The problem with determining the non-existence of the Thieves Guild is quite logical. It is not possible to prove a negative. I cannot prove definitely that the Thieves Guild does not exist, but only that historians have been unable to document one. If a Thieves Guild were to be operational in Cyrodiil, one would think that crime would be rampant, which it is not. The very nature of thieves makes it impossible for them to trust one another sufficiently to work together for very long. By nature, a thief is a rule breaker. Therefore, an organization that has rules would fail if all its members were thieves. For those reasons, I dispute the existence of modern-day Thieves Guild in Cyrodiil. Okay, now please give me some goddamn garlic. Or Nightshade. I'd be fine with Nightshade as well. Bro, I don't care about your paintings. Give me garlic and Nightshade. Oh, bro, I mean, I'll take the 5 gold, but... I'll take the 1 gold. That's... I'll take the repair hammer. Well, I'm finding everything except what I really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. Okay. Time to leave this house. Nothing cool in there. Okay, let's go to another house. Oh, my house. Is it furnished? No, it's not furnished. Wait, alright, I don't have basement. Yeah, well, that's... I mean, I'll sleep in it. Get my level up in my own bed. So we are doing speed and intelligence and then agility. Okay, speed is next time done. Intelligence 2 more. Cool. Okay. Come on. Whose house is this? Willow Bank. What the heck is this? I mean, if it's an actual bank, there's gonna be more security. Oh. If you have garlic, I'm gonna be so happy. Cheese, corn, cheese. Wrong flower. Mages Guild Charter. Why do we have a... Mages Guild Charters? Are you a member of Mages Guild and I shouldn't be stealing from you? My god, I thought that was Nightshade. Bro. Oh, brother. Venison. Potatoes. What's taters? Is he down in the basement? Incident in Necrom. I have not read that one. I will not read it, since we don't have a lot of time. I mean, we do, but we don't. How to say it. Please have bread. Wait, no tobacco. Pear. Rice. Beef and potato. Yay. Well, I will check your basement. You're the closest one so far we had to garlic. Which doesn't say much, because there's still no garlic. And by closest I mean you had more food than others. So far. Okay, nobody in here. Good. Brother. They're like hidden door or something. This seems very small. No, that's literally it. Why is everything empty, bro? Where? Jesus. Jesus. That's a really bad basement. Really small one. I mean, a basement is a basement, I guess. Okay. Can I... Whose house is this? That's the one, that's the... yeah.
Have you been well recently? Your skin looks a bit off.
Yeah, go away. You're standing in front of the door. Let's go to the castle kitchen. Possibly. Possibly. Oh. Guards walking into each other's face. If I'm allowed into the kitchen, of course. Certain castles we are allowed inside, certain other ones we are not. So I'm gonna assume we may be allowed into the Great Hall. No, we are not. What if I trespass? What happens? Is anyone in here? Okay. It's like a stored room. Okay, no hidden. Nice. Empty. I'll take the gold. Oh, come on. Okay. They don't have garlic. I need to find a kitchen. There's not gonna be garlic on a table. Like, get a hold of yourself. This should be the kitchen. No, that's just like a private room. Where is the damn kitchen? Okay, there's... I mean, this is kind of hidden. You know what? I'm gonna walk on the table. Let them know somebody was here. Okay, private rooms, so that's not where I'm going. I'm not going there. Because there we will get caught. Okay, so not in the castle. 4 AM. Not much longer until daylight. Not much longer. I should remain in this part where my house is. So let me again try to enter here. One more time, please. Oh. Nope. Okay. Okay, please tell me you're still sleeping. Okay. Oh no, it's not the kind of place that I want. I'm kinda loud, am I not? Or meat, mutton, onions. Bro, you have onions, why don't you have garlic? Like, really? Brother? Come on, help a brother out. Help a brother out. Come on, last one. Okay. Some gold that will take. Already, for example, for yeah, nightshade, I already know you can find it like okay, I need to go to like a poor man's house or something. I don't know where else to find freaking garlic. Okay, I'll go to my house and then wait for another nighttime. Because it's soon gonna be daylight. And that's my house. Yeah, it's pretty much daylight. Okay. Let's wait for like 12 hours is 5 6, 736, 830. No, let's face 736. Shouldn't be a lot of health damage that way. And we're gonna continue exploring in the next episode, but we're gonna explore out in the world. I'm done with this town. I don't know, yeah. Might check like one more normal vendor, regular vendor or something, but that's it. Yeah, let's also quick save just in case. As always, everyone, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.